just me. Tales of a free ass spirit, I'm just me. I'm just me.
And welcome back to episode 5 of 𝙲'𝚃𝚃, Tales of a Free Spirit. Okay, y'all, we have a lot of things to talk about. I got some ish I gotta say. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road, guys. Come on, Shay. Cue the cute questions. Thank you. All right. All right, guys. Give me a good one. Freak, marry, kill 50 Cent, Cameron, and Joe Budden. If you know me, you already know. I'm fucking and marrying Cameron. No, I'll marry Cameron. I'm fucking 50, and I'm definitely killing Joe Budden. Ain't he gay? He's bisexual. He likes penis, which is, I mean. I have nothing to say about that. Okay, y'all, so I'm thirsty to do the key with a cocktail because, yeah, I want to talk to you guys about my weekend and the Diddy trial and all of those type things. How was your Saturday, Shay?
Great.
It was great? You had a good time? Shay had a party on accident, so that was fun, though. We was playing drinking games and just kicking it, vibing. Yeah, that was cute. It was lit. Oh, so yesterday we went out. So me, Candace, Big Keisha, and Shay, we went to Lake Calhoun. It was really nice. We went and watched the sunset, had some drinks, played some games. Me and Candace whipped their butts. Yeah, we did that. In the game, what was the game called?
Culture Tag.
Yeah, that shit's, I am in love with that game. Shay has a bag full of games and I've never played that before. Like, that's crazy. I was addicted. We were addicted. I was playing the fuck out that shit. I beat the fuck out them. I did. But yeah, so that was cute. And then that's where I was like doing like my little research for Mercury and stuff. So it was good. It was a little vibing. And Shay and I, we had this thing where like, so it was really Candace's fault because Candace had a drink called, what was the drink called? Pepita with patootie. It had Hennessy, tequila, some sweet stuff, and some electrolytes because she loved us. And we was like, it was good. And then I remember just feeling so good. Like, it was, I just never wanted the car ride to end. We didn't want the night to end. It was just beautiful. Beautiful. So we get back to the crib, and then we playing the game that I was addicted to. And then we just was like, we're finna go downtown. So we went downtown last night and had a fucking ball. And Shauna came. Oh my goodness. So why when we was at this bar, so we just walking downtown or whatever, and then we like went to this random bar. And why was they playing Ariel's what was it? Why the hell was they playing Ariel's Little Mermaid's Part of Your World? And what did me and Shay do? Sing the fuck out that shit at the bar. They played that and they played Pocahontas, but they ended up, I feel like they cut Pocahontas short.
They did.
Petty. And there's a dude next to us because we lit. Like, we lit. So dude like, for real. I'm like, why you don't like this? He was like, I mean, nah, we at the bar. He was like, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't even gonna be mad at you. They did just play 2 Disney songs back to back. That's crazy. But we was having a good time listening to Ariel. Y'all know that's my favorite Disney character. I love Ariel with her whole ass. Cause why was she really just talking about, she literally saw this dude one time, the first time, and she literally had a whole song talking about fuck me being a princess underwater. I'm trying to get on sand. I'm trying to get, what is it called? Feet. Like, girl. But I feel like I'm her because I do be a little boy crazy. Like, I get it. I get it real. You know what I noticed since I've been back in Minnesota? How small. I understand why I left. Minneapolis is so small. I've been running into a lot of Michaels. But one of the Michaels I really don't remember. I mean, I do remember, but like I don't remember. So it's just kind of funny. Like, I really be forgetting about people. Last night was definitely fun. Yeah, that was cool. I was hitting on the little. I told the guy because he had bumped into me at this food place, and I was like, "You better stop touching me on me," because he like did kind of. Because then he touched me kind of like inappropriately, but you know me. So I was like, "You better stop on me." I don't know, but he like I should have never said that because he definitely kept coming back like trying to talk to me, and I'm just trying to ignore him. But yeah, that was funny because he definitely kept on, where you finna go? Nigga, home. Where's my food? But shout out to you. Subscribe. So my bro came over the other night, right? He's fucking irritating, but shout out to him. He kind of reconnected me and this other guy that I kind of had like a crush on when I was like a kid.
Had or have?
I have a crush on him. He is so cute and he's just always been cute, and I hope he's not watching. I hope he doesn't watch this episode. But yeah, so I rekindled a little. I don't know because I don't know. He's different, but yeah, it was cute to like have him, you know, me and his, you know, on his little radar or whatever. Like yeah. So we'll see that what goes with that. But I'm not saying anything else beyond that because that's my real business. I watched Woman in the Yard. I don't think you guys should watch it, but you can if you want to, just so y'all can understand what I mean when I say that fucking movie sucked. Yeah, the woman was, it was weird. So basically the movie is about this black woman. She has 2 kids. She was in an accident with her husband. So the movie, if you haven't seen it, I need you to like mute me and go watch it because spoilers. But if you don't need to, trust me. But anyway, so she like broke her leg or something. So the movie starts with her like not wanting to get out of bed, and her son is like, "Get your ass up! I want to eat breakfast." Like, what is you doing? So they go and they're cooking breakfast, whatever. She's like clearly depressed, mad that the kids is like using her husband's sentimental things like they're not their dad. That was annoying me. But there was a lady in the yard, and she had like all black on, and then so she went out there to talk to her, and she was like, basically, you conjured me. So the whole movie basically was herself because she was so depressed and unhappy as a wife and as a mother. She tried to leave her husband, so they had dinner, and this is the night that she killed him by accident. So it was driving home, and basically she was thinking about killing herself, and she got distracted and killed her husband. So I guess she was just feeling bad or whatever about that. But the whole movie was basically herself, her evil self trying to convince her regular self to kill herself and or the kids. And that's basically what it's about. But what I didn't like is that, first of all, the kids was able to see the lady, which how was that possible if as the movie was progressing, it was letting us know that it was like another version of herself. Like they literally became one. So how were they able to see the bitch in the yard? Furthermore, she only was like messing with them in the shadows. So why was y'all fucking with the lamp, like the flashlights and stuff, when you could have just turned off all the lights? I don't know. I gave the movie like a 2 out of 10 only because I was wanting, it was getting good because I was thinking she was going to kill the kids, because I was like, that's a good little storyline, like kill your kids, you know? But it didn't work out like that. So I just gave it a 2. I advise y'all don't go watch it. I'm going to refill this drink because I got a bone to pick with Rochester. For real. Where my brother at? So y'all, it's all over the internet since I'm a Minnesota resident for right now. But so did y'all hear about that white lady that harassed and called this 7-year-old autistic kid a freaking N-word? So I guess the reason why she cussed him out is because she said that, what did she say? He had took something from her purse. But I personally don't believe that. This is Rochester, and I feel like Rochester, well, this is my brother lives there. And he say it's real racist up there. And I believe it. It's like it's about maybe an hour and some change from Minneapolis. So yeah, it's definitely like a white town, and it's very racist. But yeah, so she's like all over the internet because the people that was at the park, instead of beating her ass, they were recording her. I really wish I was there. And then second of all, where was the kid's parents? Like, oh, I was so mad. But I almost called my brother. Where's this park at? What's up? But you know, he got a little temper problem. I don't want to do too much. I just feel like I hate people that have hate in their heart and teach kids to hate. Because she did have her kid with her, so her kid is seeing all of that. And then she's going to grow up with think it's okay. And I just, whatever. But if I was there at that park with my nephews, one who's autistic, it would have definitely went down like that, baby. I would have definitely been in jail. Trying to get bailed out because I can't do jail time. I guess she ended up going on the internet and starting a GoFundMe because she feels like her life is in danger, as it should be. But it's not even the fact that she started a GoFundMe, because who cares? She really was making, like, she's raising a lot of money off that. So that just lets you know, like, fucking just racism. Like, who just, it's not even, I'm not even gonna get into that. Let's get to the Diddy trial. So today, okay, so I don't know if y'all don't know, but I was under the impression that they were going to let us get the camera like inside for the trial. I don't know why I thought that, because it is a high profile case, but all the like live footage was showing the outside of the building where the trial is going to be being held at. And I think they were doing that because they want to get the updates and stuff, because even though there's no cameras or no footage allowed, they can get updates, and there's going to be like drawings. So I'm definitely here for it. Today was the first day of like the start of the jury selection. His charges are federal, and charge of sex trafficking, racketeering with suspicion, and transportation of a prostitute. His defense is his defense is basically, because I think the one that they're mostly worrying about is the sex trafficking. I think that's the one where he can get like the 20 plus years or whatever. He gets the most time for that. So that's where they're really honing in on. But his defense, his lawyer, Martin something, said that he didn't understand that what he was doing was wrong, because they were all consensual and they were all swingers. Like, that was his lifestyle. That's what he enjoyed. So that's his defense. And if the judge didn't allow the Cassie video and the freak offs, they're allowing the freak offs and the drug fueled parties videos to be in for evidence. So I feel like if the judge denied that, then he probably would have had a better case with the defense, swingers defense. But since all the evidence is allowed, I for sure believe he's going to jail, because they have video footage. And Cassie's going to be, of course, she's going to be testifying about what she experienced and the things she experienced it with. I wonder, I was talking to Shay about this earlier. I think that if she names any like celebrity names, I wonder if they're going to be subpoenaed. I feel like they are, because they did that with the Johnny Depp trial when her stupid ass, what's her name? Amber Heard, when she mentioned Katie Holmes. No, what the fuck is the bitch's name? Kate Moss. When she mentioned Kate Moss, they had to subpoena Kate Moss, and Kate Moss fucking, she beats it. She was so dumb in that trial, y'all. But yeah, so that's how I'm thinking, that if she mentions any celebrity names that were affiliated, like in the story, that can corroborate it, I feel like they're gonna get subpoenaed. So I'm definitely here for that. What else? Yeah, so I guess it's going to be starting next week. They're just doing... Oh, and I also feel like this is going to be extremely biased. They have... Okay, so I'm explaining to y'all the situation with the jurors. So it's going to be up to 12 jurors, right? And for the process, like over the process of picking the jurors, they had they had picked a whole bunch of jurors, and they're gonna pick them off. Like, the defense and the prosecution has to come to an agreement of the jurors for the trial. So like today they were disqualifying certain jurors that they didn't want. So that's what's going on right now. And the questions that they're asking is like how you are with social media, if you know Puffy, how are you with the police? Do you have kids? What's your, like, they ask a lot of questions like that. But I was just wondering, like, they could always lie. But I guess maybe if the lawyers do their job and probably research them, the jurors, then I guess not. But I just was like, I could easily, because I want to be on there. I want to see the videos in person. So I'll definitely try to lie to get up in there. But yeah, all the jurors are going to be in New York, and they're going to be like from upstate, like from eight different counties, I think, which is crazy to me because I almost feel like it should have been held in a different state because he's like, he is New York. Like, he been in the fucking industry for like 30 some years, like he's too popular. So I just think that with those videos and all that shit that's gonna be in evidence, I just feel like he's not gonna get like a fair trial. Even though we all know he's guilty, but still, like, I do believe in like a fair trial. He's definitely not gonna get that shit. But put me on a trial. Put me in team coach because he's guilty. I need a next case. I'm interrupting this message, y'all, because we have some things to talk about. Shay and I have a stalker, and I cannot believe we had not talked about this on the podcast, so it was only right that I interrupted it because, yeah. So it first happened when he came over and knocked on Shay's patio door. So he knocked on her door. I looked out, saw him, wasn't finna answer. And it wasn't like her main door. It was literally like her patio door. So when you pull up to the apartment complexes, you can literally walk up to her patio door. Like, it's right there. He had a hat on and some shades. He just looked suspect. So I get Shay. She come and answers the door. He was just being suspicious. Like, he was just asking if there's a girl that stays here. He was questioning about this car that rarely moves. I was trying to see if that was her car because I used to know her. Yeah, so that was a little weird because what do you mean you used to know her? What happened? So that was just kind of had our little wheels turning. So from that day on, we were like being on alert, like we would be watching him. But I think it was that same day when we Shay and I went outside to throw some trash away and stuff. And as soon as he saw us come outside, he went running. Like, we saw him rushing out of the main door, coming like to wave to us. Like, we couldn't help but to see him. Like, he kept this screen door open. We were just always seeing him, and it was just creepy because he wouldn't really speak. But it's like he'll see us, and then he'll stand up with his hat and his sunglasses on in the house. Like, what are you doing? Fast forward, one of our friends come over. He's a dude, so I go let him in, and once he's seeing me open this door up for this dude, so he stands up inside his apartment doing this with his hat and his glasses on behind the screen. So I'm telling Keith, like, look, see, that's him. So then even he was like, yeah, that dude is weird. Like, what is he on or whatever? I feel like because there was a guy that came over here, I feel like he wasn't really, like, he was still watching us and being weird, but he wasn't just being like noticeable. Like, I feel like he would go out his way. So like, let's say I will go outside or something, he would just blatantly just shut his blinds. Like, so you seeing me, but you trying to make it seem like you're trying to avoid me. Fast forward to one night, me and Shay outside on the patio, on live drinking, and our backs was facing his apartments, but his main door to come out of his apartments was in our camera view, so we was able to still see him. So me and Shay on live kicking in. So probably like an hour, 2 hours into the podcast, some dude, and this is nighttime, like it was probably like 9:30, 10, it was like dark. So some guy walks up, and he's like talking to us. So we got spooked because he didn't come out the main door, like he came from the side. So that was weird. Like, what is you doing? And then so we was like, are you the same dude that came over here being weird? He like, no. So then Shay was like, you wasn't the one that asked about that car? He like, oh yeah, it was me. And you knew it was you. Like, I feel like he was trying to act like he was trying to act like he don't be watching us or be stalking us, but the fact that you're over here talking to us is weird. And the whole time we're on live talking to him, he kept on moving out of the camera. So like Shay would turn the camera and like try to show him like his full body, and he would catch that and try to move out the way. Like, why is you coming in our space but not wanting to be on live? Like, just weird. So we was telling him, but like I was saying, like, I see you see us. That's creepy. Like, you're being weird. And I was naming all the things that he done that you shouldn't do to somebody you don't know. Like, yeah, so he was like, oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, no, that's weird stuff, weird activity. Yeah, so he was like, okay, I get it or whatever. So we like, yeah, okay, boom. So we didn't really see him too much after that neither. So this is what creeped me out too. So like a week after that incident, or not even a week, because he just came on the live, so probably like a couple days later, one of Shay's neighbors asked me if the creepy guy across the parking lot ever approached us. So in my mind, I'm like, hell yeah, he did. But I wanted to know like how he know him, like what he said to him. So I'm like, no, like what do you mean? He was like, oh, he came over to me and was like, do you think those black girls will talk to me? And then the neighbor was like, dude, I don't fucking know. Like, what do you mean? So that was weird too, because it's like you're just going to you're going to other people that live over here, questioning them about this. Like, for whatever reason, he feels compelled to like to us or to want to know what's going on. And I just be feeling uncomfortable because it just be weird events, and I'm not going to get into it, but it just be weird events where like it feels like he can hear us. Like it just be weird stuff that like we'll talk about, and then next thing you know, he's out there doing the very same shit we talked about. Oh, last night he came over to us last night while we were on live again, and I think he was drunk, but he when Shay entered the door last night, he was like, did you see anybody over there? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Shay's blinds were closed. We weren't outside. We were in the house. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, why are you coming over here asking us about who's over there on your side? Like, you know we're not paying attention to you. So we're creeped out. He's crazy, and I would hate for Shay and I to have to explain what happened when we're on the episode of Snapped. Because that's what's finna happen. Hey, that's it. That's all. I just needed to give you guys an update because I can't make this shit up. Like, this is our life. This is what I'm telling you, c'est la vie. It's crazy. But, yeah, so back to the schedule, programming, and, yeah, y'all watch your surroundings. Motherfuckers is crazy. I'm ready to get to the next subject, y'all. I'm so thirsty. So we're going to do Into the Stars. So we're almost through with the planets, y'all. Hopefully, y'all watching this and y'all care. But, like, we're getting through the planets. So we're finna talk about Mercury. We're almost through with the planets. I think after this one, we have one more left. I saved the best for last. But, yeah, this is Mercury and how it's ruled by Wednesday. You know what? I feel like Mercury be getting a lot of flack because people will be like, oh, when Mercury's in retrograde, nah, 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 nah. But if you understand Mercury when it's in direct, which hopefully, then you'll understand why it's not really, any retrograde is not negative. It's more like just like a self-awareness type of thing. Like, it's not negative. So I don't like when people say it's in retrograde this way. No, it's all about your communication and how you talk to people. Let's get into it. Okay, so Wednesday is named, and I wrote it down. I got my information and my pictures from NASA and scientists and stuff. Okay, so Wednesday is named after the deity Woden, Woden, who is associated with the Roman god Mercury, and I'll get into that in a second. But they both possess the ability to travel and care for the dead. The Roman god Mercury, who's the god of traveler, he's the god of travelers, trickery, and messengers, the messengers of the gods. So he's the one that like be talking to the gods, like deliver messages and shit. For the Greek mythology, Hermes was the god. He was like a trickster god too. They're basically all the same, but I like to just differentiate them from their mythology. But yeah, he was the god of trickster, primarily the messenger between the mortals and the gods. He was mostly the messenger for Zeus though. But y'all, everybody know who Zeus is, the Greek god. If y'all see Hercules, you know. But yeah, he was basically the messenger between the mortals and the gods. There's this other movie too that makes me think of this when I was looking it up. It's on Disney Plus. But yeah, Hermes was the mortal. That was whatever. But yeah. So, but yeah, he's also the god that guides the souls to the underworld, which is the same as the Roman god who cared for the dead. So it's all the same shit. So Roman and Greek are usually similar. The Egyptian ones and probably other ones, but I only do these three. Egyptian ones are always a little different, but they're not super different. Like, yeah, they don't go by the days of the weeks. But I always like to look them up by the god or the goddess because they have the same kind of god. But this Egyptian god, his name is Thoth, T.H.O.T.H. He was the god of messages and scribes for the Egyptians. He's keeper of mysteries and the god of wisdom, magic, and the moon. Okay, so Khonshu, there's a dope ass movie on Netflix, on Disney Plus. I forgot what it's called, but it's really good, and it talks about Khonshu, and it's like super dope because it's kind of like, it's true. But anyways, so Khonshu was initially the god of the moon, but like Thoth, like they were kind of like one and the same, but Thoth ended up evolving into more of the general god of wisdom, writing, and reckoning. He also invented hieroglyphics, Thoth, and then Khonshu just became like the ruler of the moon, which is in that one movie Moonlight or something. Moon Knights on Disney Plus, good as fuck. Wednesday is associated with Mercury's character of communications and intellect. So that's pretty much how it's aligned with the planet Mercury. Wednesday is elevated for it being a good day for communication, learning, and engaging in intellectual pursuits. Spiritually, Wednesday invites you for growth, transformation, and mental expansion. So to close it all and to just put it like in simple terms, Wednesday is the day for seeking. And I wrote, oh, this is all my, like, I'm not, ain't no motherfucking plagiarism over here, okay? I just need to let y'all know that. I really be looking this shit up. But yeah, Wednesday is the day for seeking knowledge, exploring new ideas, meetings, writings, and learning. So back when I was like really like freshly learning and really taking like meditations and all that seriously with the days of the weeks and the planetary hours, Wednesdays was like, if I ever was doing like, needed to like do an interview or just like have a serious like conversation with my, like somebody at my job, I used to always pick Wednesdays. Like that's, cause it was like, that's the best day to do it for like communication, you know? So that's the type of things that I would like to do once I get more back into my spirituality and taking it more serious. But like, yeah, Wednesdays will be that day for me to like, I need to, okay, I have an interview. I'm gonna try to do it on a Wednesday, cause and you know, or just just doing anything that has to do with like knowledge, learning something, writing. So that's pretty much what that is. So that was interesting. So next we're gonna talk about my favorite planet, Jupiter. I'm excited. Did you know that Pisces and Sagittarius are ruled by the same planet, Jupiter? Just a little, did you know? But yeah, okay, so cue the kinky question, Shay. What's the largest age gap between you and one of my sexual partners? The youngest one, 4 years. It's not that bad. He was 4 years younger than me, but I was I ain't gonna say my age, but yeah, I was in my 20s. Early 20s. Mid 20s.
He was under that?
Yeah, girl. He was young. That was when I was still living in Minnesota. The oldest, that's harder. But I think it was in Minnesota. I was probably in my early 20s and he was probably in his mid 40s. So yeah, that was probably the oldest guy that I dealt with. Right. So we're at the end. And if you know, then you know. If you don't, get familiar. But now I'm going to do the tale of a free spirit. I'm telling the tale and I'm the free spirit. So this one's a funny one. I need to give y'all a break from my sexual endeavors. Okay, so this one is the time where one of my closest friends, one of my best friends, he and I got arrested. We didn't go to jail, but we got arrested. So this is what happened. Boom. So it started off, I was at my homeboy house, and we was pre-gaming. We had the goose, because that was mine. That went through like a whole like goose phase. Belvedere goose phase. That was my shit. But yeah, so he was pre-gaming at his house. We went over north because he stayed downtown. So we went over north and was drinking with our friend and his family. Like, we used to always go to their house. That was like the family house. But we basically was living over there. Like, we always was over there drinking with them. So we was supposed to go out that night, but we was just pre-gaming. So we're at the house, we drinking. We probably went through like, we already went through some Belvedere or some goose. So now we're going through like other dark bottles, gin. We drinking. I was probably 21. Barely. If I wasn't 21 yet, I was getting ready to be 21. But we were young. So we were, I had the stomach to drink like that. So we was drinking, getting lit. And I remember my homeboy, he was like, we're finna go to the store and get some Swishers, right? So we all left. It was me, my homeboy Michael, my other homeboy Michael, and this girl Samantha, right? So mind you, we all drunk. Well, not Samantha, but me, Michael, we were lit. So this store is the murder station. So this is the murder station. So the murder station is a gas station that's really, really popular over north, Minneapolis on Broadway. All right, so we ended up going to that murder station. And so Michael went in. So me and Michael went in first. And we're looking for drinks and stuff. So Michael, the other Michael number 2, he's really funny. Like, if anybody knows, y'all should know what I'm talking about. But he's really, really funny. Everybody love him. That's my guy. That's my brother. So he's like, he play all day. So he come in the gas station and we're kind of drunk. So there's an officer there. He's kicking us all out the store because Michael Jr., the comedian, was basically making fun of the officer, and the officer got mad because everybody in the store was laughing. So he's like, y'all gotta go. So he kicks us all out, right? So as we're leaving, I'm gonna say this name. Michael he's still roasting him as we're leaving out the store. So I get in a car, I get in the front seat. Michael gets in the back seat, and Samantha's still in the driver's seat, like she never got in the store. So I'm getting this. So Michael Jr., the funny one, he gets in the car in the seat behind me. So I must have turned around, and I see the officer snatching my brother up, the same officer that everybody was laughing at, and like body slam him to the ground. Why would you do that? So I was like, wait. So he had like a gun on Michael Jr. Mind you, this all happened at the radio station. So he had a gun on my bro. So I'm like, and do not recommend anybody ever do this because, yeah. But I'm, me. So I'm yelling at the cop. I'm like, what are you doing? He ain't doing nothing. Like, you really mad. Like, what is you doing? He's like, get in the car. So I'm like, no, I'm not finna get in the car. Like, what is you doing? So, I'm going to tell you what the judge said I did. I'm not going to say what I did right now. I'm going to tell you what the judge, when I get to that part, because I don't remember doing none of that, but I didn't argue with her either. But anyway, so he was like yelling at me, but I do remember him pulling a taser out on me, like he was going to tase me. So I was like, oh, he's serious. So in my mind, I went back in the car. Shut up, Shay. I went back in the car in my mind after that. I don't know. But so we end up pulling off. So Samantha, she all mad because she's like, y'all got my baby. Which, I mean, now being the age I am, I get it. Like, we was doing the most, and she did have her daughter with her. But, like, girl, we didn't. Yeah, I think her baby was in the car. But, like, I didn't think it was that serious, but back then I didn't think it was that serious. I didn't care. I'm like, girl, calm down. It's not even that deep. But anyway, so we end up pulling off. So Michael Jr. is still on the ground, my brother, with a gun to the back of his head. And then Michael Jr. is like, sis, just calm down. I remember him saying that to me, like, just get in the car. I'm like, no. I'm like, fuck that. I do remember saying that. Like, no, fuck that. But he did put a taser on me, like, so I'm like, okay, good. So anyway, we leaving. So where we was at pre-gaming, the murder station's like maybe 4 blocks from there. It's not that far. So we get literally like 2 blocks from the house, and these 2 cop cars pull us over. So I'm in the back seat. I'm chilling. No. Yeah, I was in the back seat. I'm chilling. I'm acting like we ain't just caused this big ass scene at this gas station. So I'm confused, like, why we didn't pull over? So they just come. They didn't go to the driver's side. They didn't go to Michael's side. They went straight to me and got me up, snatched me up out that car. So I was like, what? I'm so confused. I was like, what did I do? But y'all didn't understand. We had drank so many bottles that night. Like, we still went out. Bruh, so he like, by this time, so I'm in the back of the car, the cop car, and I'm crying. I'm like, what did I do? I didn't even do anything. Like, so I'm just bewildered. So I'm just like, I remember I passed out. I don't know when I fell asleep, but I woke up and we was back at the gas station. So I'm like, what the fuck am I doing back up here? So they like, just sit here. So thank God. Michael's brother, who was cute, he was so mad at me and the comedian Michael. He was so mad. But he basically got us up out of that. Like, they was trying to take us both to jail. So, let me tell you. So, when we pulled back up to the gas station, Michael Jr. is in the cop car next to me. And I wish he could tell y'all the way he said I looked. But he said, so I looked over at him. He said all he saw was like snot and tears just running down my face. He said he laughed so hard. Because I was really crying. I was so confused. I didn't think I was going to go to jail. I didn't think I did anything wrong. So they was mad, though. Like, I remember looking at the first Michael's brother who was getting us out of there, like, talking to all the cops, because it was a big thing. And they was really trying to take us to jail. Like, he was mad at, I don't remember what I did that really offended him. I don't think I really did much. Like, you had a gun out on my brother. Like, what you think I'm finna do? But yeah, so he was just like, he was like cussing us out. So I was like, what the fuck did y'all do? And I'm trying to explain to him I ain't did shit. He told me to shut up and everything. Like, he was so mad at us. But so this was right before I moved to Texas, right? So before I moved to Texas, I needed to take care of my tickets and stuff. So I went to court for this because I'm like, I'm finna get this shit expunged. This ain't even right. Like, I didn't do nothing. Like, I swear, y'all, I was so confident. So, and I think, is that when I went to court hungover, or was that for the Mall of America thing? Yeah, I was hungover as shit when I went to court. That's probably why I felt like arguing. But nah, I probably didn't believe her. But, so the judge, so we get to the judge, go to court for the disorderly conduct and disturbing the peace. And I'm like in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to get this shit off my record. Like, I'm going to go to a whole new state. Like, I ain't, So the lady was a Caucasian judge. She was so cool. So she was like, in your words, tell me what happened. So I told her exactly what I told y'all. I told them about them putting a gun out on my brother, them body slamming him, them putting a taser out on me. He probably called me the B word. Like, I was really being serious. So she was just looking at me with a cute little smile. And she was like, okay. It's like, I hear you. She was like, so let's just say, hypothetically, we got footage at the gas station. And this footage entails you spitting on officers, entails you like fought, like not them, like I guess motioning me to get to the car, me flicking them off, me spitting on them, me screaming at them. I was like, I'm not going to disagree with you, but I don't remember doing any of that. And she was like, so are you willing to, but the part in my soul, I feel like I did. I did. But I just don't remember, like I don't remember. But yeah, she was real cool. She was like, so are you trying to? And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll pay the fine. But we don't, for the most part, like, we don't start nothing. So it was just funny how, like, that escalated so badly. Like, he could have been shot, could have been tased. We could have went to jail. But we didn't. So that's how I got arrested at the murder station. At 20 years old, looking cute, honey. When I tell you I was cute as hell that night, oh my God, that was crazy. All right, so we're almost through, y'all. But I do want to, okay, so this has been some weird things happening to me over the past like 3 or 4 days. And okay, so I'm kind of going to dip back into like into the star segment a little bit. So I personally feel like I know who like one of my spirit guides are. I don't want to say who it is because that's personal. But yeah. And I figured that out a long time ago. Be careful what you ask for. Okay. But yeah, I figured it out a long time ago. But I really feel like he is trying to contact me. And it's really just in like numbers and stuff. It's not like I'm hearing voices or anything. But you know, God speaks to you in frequencies and numerology and things like that. So you just have to listen, and I'll be listening, okay? The poet that I'm getting ready to talk about, weirdly, I woke up one day and one morning I was like looking up like quotes and stuff that that's resonated with my feeling. And I came across this poet, and I looked up something about this poet, and this poet has something in common with my, I believe, spirit guide, right? But not only that, like it's been a repetition of things, like I keep running into things that's reminding me of my spirit guide, and I feel like, he's trying to contact me. So, I don't know, maybe he's trying to tell me he's proud of me. But anyway, so, I'm going to read you the quote, and I'm going to explain to you the poet and why I, am going to be more into like reading his stuff and his work and following him. So the quote is, it was really two, but right before we turned the camera on, I decided to just do the first quote because that's the first quote that resonated with me. So I just want to be 100% honest. So the quote is, the desire to know your own soul will end all other desires. And that resonates with me really because this is something that I think has been resonating with me since I was probably like 18, probably younger than that, but like consciously like 18 or 19. Just wanting to know who I am, what purpose, where I come from, even with like all the mistakes I've made or life lessons, things like that. Like I feel like I've been like on this path of like self-discovery, even though I may take a few exits here and there, but yes, I just think this is something that's always resonated with me, and I'm just at a point now where I want to get back, on the freeway and keep going that way, But the poet's name is Rumi, Rumi. He was born in Afghanistan. He's a 13th century poet, and I wrote down some information about him about what his philosophy is. Rumi believes passionately in the use of magic, poetry, and dance as a path of reaching God, which I agree. I believe that too. And this is what really captivated me. He believed in the power of love as a path to the spiritual union with God. And I personally feel like that's what I think. I feel like I was like, okay, so this is what it really was. So like I was trying to figure out like history, like stuff, like how I was created, my blood type, what's up with that bloodline. Like I was into stuff like that. So, and then, like the Illuminati, all that stuff. So I feel like all that this is not over like a course of a year. This was like over a course of like, okay, a long time, right? Years. So I feel like with all the things I learned or thought I learned or I knew or think I knew or know, whatever, I feel like I came to the conclusion, which is crazy, that love is literally the highest frequency. Love is literally the answer, and love is the reason why we're here. So that's just my belief as of to date. And can't nobody tell me anything different, so don't try. I'm not going to try to tell you anything different, tell you my opinion. So yeah, so I just thought that it was really ironic and almost like, what's the word? Like destined for me to like run into this poet and just be really into his philosophy and wanting to like read more of his metaphors and things like that, because I really do believe in what he believed in his philosophy. So I just thought that was interesting. So if I come up with any more quotes from Rumi, that you understand why. But yeah, I personally feel like one of my spirit guides is contacting me. So I need to get back into meditation. That's hard. That's hard. But I guess that's it. That's all. I hate to end this. Like, I don't ever want to go, guys. Let's just stay. Fuck it. No, we gotta go. But I appreciate you. I love you. I hope you guys subscribe, follow, like, comment, be honest. We take criticism very well. Don't be mean. I'm sensitive about my shit. So remember, we drop every Thursday. I hope you guys are enjoying what I'm giving you. I'm giving you all of me. And I'm having so much fun doing it, telling my business and learning things in the process. So just remember, say la vie. Tales of a free spirit. I love you. I live for you. And bye.